Today I'm going to be talking to Shirley Raines, the creator of Beauty to the Streets, an organization that helps the houseless and homeless people of Skid Row, Las Vegas, and beyond. She stands out from the rest because she builds community through the humanization of the houseless and homeless by giving them makeovers. Hair, makeup, clothes. She is truly an everything woman for the people, and we're going to talk to her today. If you want to find out more about Miss Shirley Raines, you can go to LizzoLovesYou.com.
I appreciate you for the supporter that you've been. You're a fighter, sis.
It takes one to know one. You're a fighter too. That's, I'm inspired by you. You're so in tune. I'm here to speak life to you. That's the point of this whole thing. It's Juneteenth, and you know that I love to uplift our community. And I want to highlight my favorite activists, my favorite people, because I know you're an activist and I know you do so much work in the community, but I love you as a person as well, because you wouldn't be able to do all of this if you weren't just a good person at your core. So I want to celebrate you, and I want to keep bigging you up, because people don't realize activism is every single day. And a lot of people make activism their life's work. And I know you're one of those people. So we want to celebrate you and uplift you. It ain't just a one-time thing.
Thank you so much for seeing that, because activism work is hard work. When you're thrown on a platform of influencers and content creators, I don't create content. I show what the world has created. And it's so hard to create, to explain to young kids the difference of what I'm trying to do, because there's only one platform. There's not a platform for activists. And so it's so hard to make my blue check mark a black check mark, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It's so hard to navigate those waters. So thank you for allowing me this platform in this moment to navigate those waters and get the word out there.
Because I do think that people, like content creators, will utilize an opportunity to appear to be an activist, for their own personal gain. And I think there's a huge difference between people who are doing the work and showing it. So it's like, I can inspire you to come and join us, and someone who's just kind of piggybacking off of the goodness of others in order to look a certain way. And you are the real deal. I want everyone to know what motivated you to start Beauty to the Streets. How does your personal experiences shape your mission?
It's not a Cinderella story, and it's not a happy ever after story, just the is story, and everything that I do comes from my pain. And that's why I'm not a fan of running from pain. It's either a lesson or a blessing, but it's not a punishment, because I've experienced too much in life. And this whole organization is built on my pain, built off the death of my child. Choices I made as an adolescent, choices I made as an adult, that other people had to pay the price for, being homeless. Listen, honey, keeping it real with you, sis, giving up a stable housing with a young child for a man that I called my husband, ended up homeless, living in hotel after hotel, sending my son to my grandmother's house, his great grandmother's house, to play in the backyard because I didn't have one. He passed away because she left some medication lying around, and I'm in my 20s and I bury a child. And so that affected me at a young age, coming down with panic disorder, but also carrying the weight of that over the years, making choices in relationship, friendships, jobs, based around punishing myself for this. My twin sister watching the spiral, people watching it, and I'm just allowing all this abuse in my life, because I think that, I've carried the guilt of this weight of not having my shit together, not having housing, not, needing someone. And in my 40s, it's just like, I got to get my stuff together. And I happened to wander to this organization that was doing some work out in LA. And that's what kind of led me to the homeless. But I was really at a pivotal point in, I had manifested anxiety and panic disorder, dealing with it for years, on Prozac, just navigating those waters, but really on a spiritual level, trying to forgive myself and go, what do I need to do, God? Because I can't keep punishing myself over and over. I just really needed to do something. And then I found, feeding the homeless. And when I went to feed the homeless, as intuitive as I am, when someone says something once or twice, they want to bite of that sandwich. If they say, that look good, girl, that look good, girl.
Yeah.
They're, feeding the homeless, and they're complimenting my hair and my makeup. And I'm like, oh, you want me to do it? Because see, I'm a hood stylist. I'll do your hair. I'll do your makeup. I can give you what I have to give you. You know what I'm saying? It's like all that I had to give, it was never good enough for that man. It was never good enough for my family. It was never good enough for that job. But the minute I hit the streets for the homeless, it was good enough for them. They saw my hair and they didn't resent me for it. They didn't deny my application because of my hair color, nor my skin color. They wanted to know how to get into it. And I'm like, I could share this with you. So I began to do hair and makeup for the homeless. I started in the trans community because I found it odd that they were telling me that donations would come into them, but they would only give them men clothing because the church organizations would only give them men clothing and female clothing. And I thought, well, this is how it should be done. So I began to take things out there myself. And it was a accidentally on purpose kind of mission for my life where the universe definitely had something in store for me, but I didn't know. I just had to go through so much in the process of it to get to where I am. And I began to do hair and makeup for the homeless. And that's what kind of took off on social media because people felt like it was different and odd. And who does hair and makeup for the homeless? And where are they going? And why they need that done? And what a waste. And oh my gosh, she's just wasting her time. And why is she calling them kings and queens? And I started reading all these negative comments and I thought, well, feeding the homeless is no longer my mission. Changing the narrative and correcting your language when it comes to my kings and my queens is my mission because you got it all kind of messed up. It's better character outside of there than the inside. You know what I'm saying? Like four walls and plaster doesn't determine one's character. So I found myself on a mission to defend the homeless right to makeup, defend their right to feeling good, explain to someone that even when you have nowhere to go and you have a bad day, you get up, you shower, you shave, and you sit on the couch. You're not going anywhere, but at least you feel better that you're clean. And these women want the same feeling as well.
Mm-hmm. It's actually a part of the problem how the general public dehumanizes homeless and houseless people. I watch every day people just walk right past somebody who's in need. Anytime I see somebody and I see them and they're on the street and they're asking for food, I'm like, they need food. How have we gotten to a point where we can just ignore them or even look down on them? It's such a blessing for you to do this, but I think the bigger blessing is the fact that you were able to find this through everything that you went through. That is not easy. That is hard. And for some people, they don't make it. So I'm just so glad you made it and that you're here because your life is a testimony. Absolutely a blessing. You said the universe has something in store for you. It's not just a store, it's a mall.
Listen, thank you, because I don't even know why I'm here. I keep looking up and going, not only did I bury my son, but my son, after we buried my son, me and his dad had another child. And when that child was 14, my baby daddy got sick and he passed away from cancer in his early 30s. And I just keep thinking, why am I here? What is my purpose? I've not fallen into the victim role in a very long time. I believe that things happen for a reason. In the world, you're taught that if one person says something, it's questionable. 2 or 3 or more, it must be so. I had to fall into the villain role many times, and just be quiet about it because I know that I look like the bad guy, but I know the purpose and the journey and all that I've been through. And I feel like that's the hardest thing to navigate right now.
So what instances have you found yourself being positioned as the bad guy in as it pertains to Beauty to the Streets in your activism? Do you find that happens a lot?
And it happens a lot because of my strength, because of what I bring to the table, because of what I have to fight through, because she's too loud. She could have handled this better. She should have did this. You don't know what's happening behind the scenes. You don't know. Listen, people resent you being there, but talk to the man above because he chose me. He chose me. And I feel like I'm defending my choices. I'm defending my voice. Instead of people looking at what I'm doing, they're so busy judging what I would do. I would handle this differently. I would have did this and I would have done this. I have to remind this, I don't have to do this. None of these people came through my womb. This is the responsibility of the government. This is the responsibility of the city. I am one woman, a Black woman with a 12th grade education. I birthed 6 kids. When you tell me I'm not doing it right, remind yourself that I don't have a damn degree. I'm not supposed to be doing this. I didn't have a childhood dream to grow up and take care of everybody else's hungry people. I'm willing to do it. But when you begin to blame, they don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? And so it becomes a hard place. It becomes a battle in defending myself. And I've learned to just be quiet. You
Mm.
know, I can just be quiet because I know that I was chosen for this and I believe in what I stand for. You know, I believe in what I stand for.
And they love to tone police Black women, you know what I mean? And hold us to a moral high ground as if we're supposed to save everybody all the time and be these perfect people when
Mhm,
you said it exactly. This is the government's job.
mhm.
Government should be taking care of all American citizens, and they don't.
Yeah. And they're like, you should do this and you should be better than this. Listen, I got friends in low places. I'm not. I'm not better than that. I don't have a husband that's a president. When they say you go high, I gotta stay low. I've been low. I don't go I've been low. So I'm not going high. The biggest impact for me is Rosa Parks. I love Rosa Parks' story. Not everybody wants to focus on Rosa not moving, Rosa not moving, Rosa not moving, and the police being called. I want to talk about the people that Rosa inconvenienced by her not moving. You know what I mean? Where were they trying to go? What were they trying to do? Social media will have you so messed up. The world will have you so messed up as they would want you to change what you stand for because it inconveniences them. It makes them late for something. They're uncomfortable in the room. You know what I mean? I'm not going to change. This is who I am. I stand for what I stand for 10 toes down. I'm not going to change. If you're uncomfortable on the bus, get off and take another one because this one will be delayed because I'm not about to move.
Where's my tambourine? Come
Please.
on, a sermon. I love you because your work focuses on the power of non-judgmental support. Can you share a story or a moment that highlights that impact, whether it was an individual or in the community, that just shows how you move with non-judgmental support of the people that you help with Beauty to the Streets?
I hate the words that we've labeled people as because I feel like I want to start by saying this whole land is stolen from the indigenous people, so there's no such thing as an undocumented person on stolen land. I want to lead by saying that, okay? But I got to go on with the way the world talks about it, okay? So
Mhm.
everybody knows we are a safe space for people who are undocumented. Everybody knows that we are a safe space. If you are on drugs, if you are high, if you're drunk, people come to me. I give you water. I'm not here to judge you. I'm here to assist you. I'm here to help you. And so I feel like a lot of people like to judge. They're on drugs, they're on alcohol. That may be true, but that's the secondary diagnosis. What's the primary diagnosis? What led to that?
Mhm.
What led to that? They're an alcoholic. Okay, what pain are they trying to escape? So I'm able to look past the drug addict, look past the alcoholic, look past the person that's doing this and that, and and humanize them a little more. And they know that we create a safe space, so more people are drawn over there because they know that we don't judge. We
Mhm.
don't we accept people as they are because look, I got a big old plank in my eye, sis. I can't see that speck in your eye. I really can't. I'm still trying to fix stuff over here. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? I think on a human level, I can see what the world sees. On a spiritual level, I've been through what they've been through, and that's probably why I had a hard life. So I didn't judge them on a human level that you judge on. I went through what I went through from the ages of 9 to this age to get to this point of understanding them. That's why I'm able to accept them as they are. When Christ said, "Come as you are," He really meant that. Like 10 toes down, like drunk, come as you are, high, come as you are. We're gonna get you out of this place. But if I keep rejecting you, if you come as you are, who gonna help you? Where you gonna go if there's no acceptance when you come as you are? So we try to create that space for them.
Well, thank you for doing that. And y'all are going national?
We're
Yeah.
trying. We started in Skid Row. We started in Skid Row in 2017. We are now in Las Vegas. 4 years in Las Vegas. We did Long Beach. We did
Okay.
Las Vegas for 4 years in Las Vegas. We did. We're in Sacramento.
Wait, so you're in Vegas, Vegas for real? Like you're set up.
Oh
You
yeah,
do.
I have in Vegas. I started visiting Vegas 4 years ago. That's where I get my tats at. And my tat artist had mentioned that there was a large homeless encampment up the street. I literally went from my last tattoo appointment up the street 4 years ago and saw that street and said, "Oh, I'll be back." And I never left. So we have a public storage out there where we have supplies. I have 2 employees out there, and so I'm in Vegas probably a couple of times, probably 3 times a month at least.
You don't get to go out there every single time. You have a team out there.
I go every single time.
It's you every time.
I do all the cooking. I do all the baking. We cook. I'm very specific. Listen, I'm telling you, girl, this is like a cookout. I don't feed the homeless. I build relationships. You know what I'm saying?
You build community and family.
I'm trying to build community and family. I'm trying to keep my face present. I know a lot of times people, I may not be able to give them as much time as I used to, but I'm there all the time. I'm baking. We're making homemade food. We go out there. We're doing a big Father's Day event this weekend in Las Vegas. I'm making chocolate covered Twinkies. So we really put our love into it. And I think that that's why I'm taking my time as I go places. You know, I want to go to the East Coast next. We have a mobile hair unit being built right now. It'll be a couple of weeks. And so it's in Dallas. We're going to get it and bring it out. So during the summer, we'll be doing that. I'm getting an ice cream truck for the summer. So yeah, I go out there and take care of the communities and just really love up on people. Because you know what? The situation, I'll go back to the beginning of the story when I said I left my son with my grandmother, his great grandmother. The reason I did was because she's the only person that spoke life into me. I had a very hard life. And all I remember with her was saying, "You're a good girl. Come here, baby. You Nana's favorite, did this, this, and this." It was one person that spoke life into me. And to God be the glory, she would have never, ever saw this ending coming. She would have never saw me sitting here talking to Liz or being this person. She would have never saw it coming. And I would have never thought that out of all the people that hurt me, one person can save me and speak life into me like that. And that's why I try to be that one person always on the ground. 8 years ago, I started this and I'm still doing it. I'm still cleaning bathrooms. I'm still wiping the toilets. I'm not trying to have a team. I'm trying to build communities. And I got to be present for that. If I disconnect, then I'm just another person that let them down. And that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to be a person that they can count on. If not once or twice a month, you got me there as much as I can get there, you know?
How can people get involved with Beauty to the Streets? Because, like you said, it took one person to save your life, and you're that one person saving so many people's lives right now. But how can we expand? How can people, if they feel compelled to be a part of this community, help you and reach out to you?
We actually have a GoFundMe out right now, beautytothestreet.org. You can go on our website, click the link in all of our bios. I'm not a person that takes a GoFundMe and saves one person. I'm going to take a GoFundMe because, listen, Jack could have fit on that raft, child. You know she could have fit on that raft, child. And you know, good damn well Jack could have fit on that raft, child. Now, you know, good damn well. That really hushed my spirit. I digress. Listen.
Oh, wow.
So this is not to save one specific person. It's to allow us as a nonprofit to continue to do the work that we're doing with Baby Julieta, Mercedes, and Cigarette Mans, and everybody out there. So donate to our GoFundMe. Click the link in our bio. We have an Amazon wish list. Lizzo has inundated. Girl, we had to shut our Amazon wish list down one time because of Lizzo donations. Child, Lizzo. Girl, in the beginning, when you first, girl, FedEx truck was pulling up back to back, girl. I was like, oh my God, we had to literally shut the list off when Lizzo first did it. And if you can't give any of that, just share. Sharing is really important. Now, people need to understand that in the community I'm working in, we do what needs to be done. And at the end of the day, I feel good about myself, especially as we approach Juneteenth and Black History Month. I know that I'm doing the work of our ancestors. I'm doing the work that we're supposed to do. I feel like Malcolm would be proud of me. I feel like Rosa will meet me. I feel like Martin would shake my hand. I feel like, you know, I'm not just out for self. I really, as Black content creators or content showers or whatever start to grow, make sure that we keep our roots 10 toes down in our community and not make it a Juneteenth thing. It's an everyday thing for me, every day. And thank you for recognizing that.
Liberation is every single day, 365.
That's what I appreciate about you. You don't just do this for clout or just do this for this and that. You always uplift people. I don't think I ever seen you get an award and not share the whole damn stage with somebody else. You really are a Black person that understands their position. You get it. And I'm sorry that you got to take all that shit, because I take a lot of shit, Lizzo, but I can't even imagine. I'm really sorry that a lot of us don't support you. It sucks for them.
It makes me who I am. It makes me a stronger person, and it doesn't change how I feel about helping. Do you know what I mean? It don't change that. You see me, and that's all really that matters to me is
A
that
lot of
I see you. Miss Shirley, I love you so much. I'm about to post all the links. You about to get ready for the FedEx trucks. I love you so much. I just want to continue to support you and uplift you. You incredible human, you wonderful person. Stay in the light, stay protected, and stay shining your light on everyone. Your light is so beautiful. We need you. We need you. We love you.